First of all, thank you all for being here today. It's been educational to listen to all of the other candidates and all the other races. My name is Andy Pryor. I'm running in District 5, which is basically Central and East Arlington. Why am I running? I'm running because consistently, time and time again, when everyday people, myself and others in District 5, have spoken up before City Council or on social media, we've been ignored. Our positions haven't been heard. Nothing's changed. When we've presented ideas that maybe we felt were an improvement over what was being proposed, no changes were made whatsoever. And I really feel like District 5 is not the area of Arlington that is not heard by City Council. That's why I want to run. I've lived in District 5 and City of Arlington for approximately half my life. Starting as a young child and then coming back in my early adulthood, my early 20s, and living there ever since. So I don't have necessarily the full history that some of my opponents do, but I have been there for a significant amount of time. I drive the roads. In my opinion, our roads have the highest pothole ratio per mile of any part of Arlington. We also have the biggest challenge with small businesses getting the opportunity to build and develop and grow in our area of Arlington. The highest impact of the permitting processes and the fees and things like that that hold back small businesses. I realize our city seems to be focused on the large businesses and bringing the multi-billion-dollar companies to Arlington, but study after study has shown time and time again throughout history that Americans, and especially here in Texas, we grow through the growth of small businesses. Those small jobs, 2, 3, 5, 10 job opportunities are how we grow and get more people employed in our country, especially in Arlington. And right now, the regulations, the fees, things like that are holding those things back. So that's basically some of my top issues, trying to lower those regulations, trying to eliminate some of those fees and make it easier for people to just start a small business. With respect to short-term rentals, I've been on the record since last September, from the very first time that there has been a city council meeting in the city of Arlington. I've spoken out more times than any other candidate for any other position in Arlington this session on the issue. And every single time I've been very consistent. I'm in favor of short-term rentals. I think that the existing regulations and code enforcement is more than enough to deal with short-term rentals in Arlington. They have no problem taking care of the long-term rentals. They have no problem taking care of all the other issues. Why do we need to add additional regulations on top? I realize that some compromise may be necessary, and I think that's part of the process. But at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any compromise, and it seems to be a straight-up ban, either entirely the city or with option 2B, 90% of the city. And that's really not an appropriate direction to go. At the last council meeting, I'll just finish with this, I didn't stand forward and share my personal opinion any longer. I'd already done that 3 or 4 times on this one issue. So instead, I stood up there in front of City Council and I shared with them, I printed off, brought to City Council, and made sure every single one of the City Council members and staff had a copy of the Heart of Arlington Neighborhood Association's position on short-term rentals. I wanted the City Council to see what a neighborhood association in an affected area where the ban is going to take place, what their position was. These are people who are not coming to the City Council meeting, but they have an opinion, and it's public knowledge, and anybody could read it, and I wanted to make sure the City Council saw it and read it. And that position talks about the neighborhood cohesion of being able, as a older person on a fixed income, or a family that needs some additional income, being able to stay in their homes and cover the cost of increasing and rising property taxes that is impacting our city tremendously. And that neighborhood cohesion cannot happen and cannot be maintained if we're forcing people out of their homes because they can no longer afford to live there. And short-term rentals is a solution that helps people generate a little additional income and maintain those homes that they live in. My name is Andy Pryor. You can go to andyforarlington.com or email me at andy@andyforarlington.com. I would love your support, District 5. Thank you so much.